Welcome back to Crafting Made Simple. We're going to do a deep dive into gingerbread houses today. So you sent us this blog post from Paper Flow Designs with like 27 gingerbread house ideas. Now, before you go, not gingerbread houses again.
Yeah.
Trust me, these aren't your grandma's gingerbread houses.
Yeah, it's really striking to me how much this collection reflects like our current cultural landscape. We see gingerbread houses inspired by like everything from fantasy novels to like these crazy architectural marvels.
Totally. Like they have this enchanted forest gingerbread house
Yeah.
with like edible mushrooms and a gingerbread gabbling brook. Super cottagecore.
Right.
And then there's this gingerbread castle with turrets and a moat. I mean, who hasn't dreamed of living in a fairy tale castle, right?
Yeah, and the whole escapism theme is really strong in this too. They have a beach house gingerbread retreat with like candy palm trees and little gingerbread lounge chairs. It's almost like these gingerbread houses are reflecting our desire for like travel and relaxation.
It's like a sugary window into our collective psyche. And speaking of windows, some of these designs are so intricate. Remember those basic gingerbread houses we used to make as kids? This blog post is talking about using things like isomalt to create stained glass windows.
Oh yeah, isomalt. That's a sugar substitute. It's great for making decorations because it hardens clear and you can like mold it. You can even add food coloring to make different hues. It takes a little bit more skill, but the results are stunning.
It's definitely next level gingerbread decorating. And for those who want to stick with a more classic look, they do have a traditional gingerbread house design. But even that one has some clever, like, modern updates, like using candy canes to create a striped roof.
Yeah, it's proof that even tradition can be reimagined and personalized. The blog post even suggests using like edible glitter to add sparkle. It's all about those little details that make each house unique.
Absolutely. But all this talk about these elaborate designs has me wondering, how do you actually throw a party with these in mind? Luckily, we also have a YouTube video from Event Answer all about hosting a gingerbread house decorating party.
Yeah, and the host in the video does a fantastic job of breaking down the process, especially for anyone who might feel intimidated by the thought of hosting a gingerbread house extravaganza.
Yeah.
It can be a lot,
Yeah, for sure.
especially with kids.
Yeah.
But she makes it seem very doable,
It does, and she really emphasizes pre-planning and preparation.
which is crucial, especially with kids. You know,
It
having
is.
everything ready to go, the house is pre-assembled, the frosting, the candies all neatly organized. It makes such a big difference.
Oh yeah, I love that she even suggests using paint palettes for the candies and sprinkles. So smart.
That is brilliant. It keeps things contained and prevents those sugar spills.
Totally.
And it also ensures that each child has their own set of decorations,
No.
which can definitely help avoid arguments and meltdowns.
Oh, for sure. Speaking of potential meltdowns, she also recommends not gluing the gingerbread houses to the base plates beforehand. I found that interesting.
Yeah, why is that?
Yeah.
She explains that it gives the kids more creative freedom. They can build like little yards, add landscaping details, and really personalize their creations. It's a small tweak, but it makes a big difference in terms of encouraging their imaginations.
I love that. It's taking the gingerbread house beyond just the structure itself. It's about creating a whole little world.
Exactly. It's not just about decorating, it's about storytelling and problem solving. And the video offers some great tips for facilitating that creativity.
Like what?
Well, she suggests having a variety of edible materials on hand, beyond just the usual candies, like pretzels for fences, coconut flakes for snow, even dried fruit for a more natural look.
So it's about thinking outside the candy box, so to speak.
Precisely. And she really encourages parents to let the kids experiment and make their own choices. You know, it's not about creating cookie-cutter perfect houses. It's about celebrating individuality and self-expression. And I think that's a great message. It kind of ties back to what we were saying about the blog post reflecting our cultural landscape. We're seeing this move away from rigid traditions and embracing more personalized experiences, even with something as classic as gingerbread houses.
Absolutely. And this video really captures that spirit of embracing creativity and making the experience your own.
Now, the video focuses on throwing a party for kids, but I could see these tips being helpful for adults too.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the emphasis on preparation and having a variety of materials applies to any gingerbread house decorating, regardless of age. And let's be honest, sometimes we adults need a little guidance when it comes to unleashing our creative sides.
So true. Remember those amazing gingerbread house ideas from the blog post? The enchanted forest, the gingerbread Eiffel Tower. What if we took those designs and used the tips from this video to throw like A themed gingerbread house party for grown-ups?
What a fantastic idea. That would be so fun and festive. Imagine a gingerbread beach party, complete with like tropical cocktails and everyone's wearing Hawaiian shirts while
Yeah.
decorating their gingerbread cabanas.
I love it. Or a gingerbread fantasy feast, with everyone dressed as elves and wizards, creating magical gingerbread cottages. The possibilities are endless.
I'm already getting inspired. It's a reminder that we don't have to limit ourselves to just traditional gingerbread house designs or even traditional gingerbread house occasions.
It's about taking a classic tradition and making it your own, adding your personal touch and having fun with it. And that's really what crafting is all about, right?
Absolutely. It's about expressing yourself, exploring new ideas, and maybe indulging in a little bit of sugar and spice along the way.
And you know what else caught my eye in that Paperflow Designs blog post? The Gingerbread House Advent Calendar.
Oh, that's a delightful idea. Each day you get to add a new element to your gingerbread house scene, building anticipation for the holidays.
Exactly. It's a fun twist on a classic tradition, and it's a project you can enjoy throughout the whole month of December. Plus, imagine the kids' excitement as they get to unveil a new gingerbread surprise each day.
It's also a clever way to incorporate those intricate design elements we talked about earlier. You could have a new mini gingerbread creation to assemble each day, like a tiny reindeer, a miniature snowman, or even a teeny tiny gingerbread Santa Claus.
Oh my gosh, I'm already picturing an adorable gingerbread village emerging day by day. Speaking of villages, we've explored a lot of ground in this deep dive into gingerbread houses, from the creative designs in the blog post to the practical party planning tips from the video. We've seen how this simple treat can be a canvas for imagination and a catalyst for shared experiences.
What fascinates me is how gingerbread houses have evolved beyond their traditional role as like a holiday decoration. They've become a way to express ourselves, connect with others, and even explore our own creativity.
It's true. Whether you're drawn to the whimsical charm of an enchanted forest gingerbread house or the modern elegance of a minimalist gingerbread creation, there's a style out there for everyone.
And remember, you don't have to be a master baker or a professional decorator to enjoy the process. It's all about having fun, trying new things, and maybe making a few delightful messes along the way.
Well said. So, as we wrap up this episode of Crafting Made Simple, I have one final thought for you. Don't limit yourself to just one gingerbread house this year. Why not try a whole gingerbread neighborhood? You could have a gingerbread version of your own street, complete with tiny gingerbread replicas of your neighbors' houses. Or maybe a gingerbread version of your favorite vacation spot.
Now, that's a challenge I'd love to see our listeners take on. Imagine a whole gingerbread world, created with love, laughter, and a generous sprinkle of holiday spirit.
Thanks for joining us on this sweet and spicy adventure. We'll see you next time on Crafting Made Simple. And she really